But first, thousands of Ohio high school seniors might not graduate, all because of a new state law. Extra pathways to earn that diploma were put in place to help students struggling with new state testing, but they are not an option for this year's class.
News 5's Bob Jones spoke with a senior worried about her future and a state lawmaker trying to make a change.
Skylar Phillips gets A's and B's, been on the honor roll several times.
I have a cumulative GPA of a 3.3. I'm president of student council. I'm involved in class council.
Yet at this moment, Skylar is one of about 80 seniors at Springfield High School not eligible to graduate in 2019.
I'm very nervous of what's next and hoping I can just be able to graduate with my class and my friends.
Here's the issue. Skylar needs 18 points on 7 state tests, but only has 15. She's trying to get to 18 by retaking a biology test, but struggles with test anxiety.
So just taking a test, even if I know it and I feel like I know it, I just go in there and I panic, and I don't know, it's just I draw a blank just because I know that this test is riding on something that could affect my life.
Here's what my plan is, here's what I'm gonna do.
Under a temporary law, last year's class had other pathways to graduation that didn't rely so heavily on state testing, including GPA requirements, completing a project, or passing other types of exams. Skylar was on track to graduate using those additional pathways, but those options are not available to her and other members of the class of 2019. Heather Phillips is Skylar's stepmom and a teacher.
She's been in school 13 years. She's earned that diploma, but to pull it away from her at the last minute isn't fair.
State Rep Tavia Golonsky calls this a serious concern all over the state.
There's a conservative estimate of 32% of the current high school seniors all over Ohio are not on track to graduate and receive a high school diploma.
Golonsky says most of the extra pathways will return, but not until 2022. So she submitted House Bill 630, which would bring back the pathways in time for Skylar and other seniors in her position. House Bill 630 was introduced to the Education Committee in May. No hearings have been scheduled. 3 hearings are needed before the bill could eventually be moved out of committee and voted on by the House and Senate. In the meantime, the clock is ticking for thousands of seniors.
They're making straight A's, some of these kids are, and they're still not on track to get this if we don't implement these pathways.
Skylar says most of her marketing class is in the same boat, and they've been contacting lawmakers urging for hearings on 630. For now, Skylar left in a holding pattern, unable to apply for colleges, unsure if she'll graduate.
I think it's very scary for a lot of kids and a lot of parents and the teachers and schools and everyone in general who's witnessing it and going through it.
In Springfield Township, Bob Jones, News 5.